What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another Wuthering Waves video. Today we are going to be biased. Nah, I'm just kidding. Today we're going to create our want tier list. This tier list is completely my opinion. This is not based on the skills of the characters or the best characters or anything like that in the game. These are specifically the characters for an enjoyment standpoint for playing longevity. The characters that I want, the ones that I will get to at a later point, and then the ones I just really don't want. We're gonna be jumping between this little tier list website and jumping over here, so that way we can just take a look at the character. If there's any reason that I need to explain something outside of this on the character, like my reasoning behind it, we'll jump back and forth. But anyways, guys, hope y'all enjoy this. It's something just funny or fun for me to do. Let's just start with the rovers. Obviously these are we already have them, so we're not gonna put them in the mix. We just get them straight up, but we will go from there. And I think there's some other characters and stuff that you get for free. I don't remember, honestly, and I did not play the beta. I just watched it, and when you're just watching something and consuming that way, it doesn't resonate the same way as actually playing the game. So we'll just go in order, and I do not remember all their names, so that's also why I wanted to pull this up. Verena, there we go. Verena, she's a must-have, I would say, but man, if you guys watched any of the earlier videos, I'm never a big fan of like chibi characters, like the smaller characters and everything like that. But because of her kit, I feel like she is a must-have, and I feel like Verena being in the position that she's in, like with her kit and everything like that, just her ability that she has, I feel like with this. So yeah, just with the skills that she has and everything like that, I feel like she has a lot of longevity in the game. She's also one of the characters that a lot of people are saying go for off of that free 5-star banner or the 6-star banner, whatever it is. I feel like she's a must-have for every account. She's like one of those characters that will just provide a lot of value long-term, and she has the potential to become even better with newer characters that will synergize better with her right now. A lot of times when this kind of style game comes out, they're more heavily focused on like just straight up like DPS characters and everything. Tanks and healers and everything usually don't come into play until like late game content, but even then it's very easy to find like cheeses and stuff like that to get around those certain play arounds and stuff like that. Next up on the list is Encore. Again, another one of those little chibi characters. She's gonna go in the will get later. Don't really care for her. The aesthetics that she have are pretty cool. Those little puppets and everything that she uses, pretty cool concept to it, but not really my style of character. So she's gonna go right there for now. Next up, we got Calcharo Kakarot. He is 100% a want, but I don't need him right off the bat. I love his aesthetics. I did not really look into his skill-based set and everything purely because I want to I did watch a ton of the CBT2, but I felt like after watching it, like I said, it didn't like sink in. So the first time that I go in and play it, everything is going to feel new. Everything's going to feel like a surprise to me all over again, because I've been playing so many games in between this time that it'll just feel refreshed to me. So he's 100% want but don't need. Next up, Jinshin. So Jinshin is a must-have. Oh man, yeah, she's a must-have. Just her aesthetic overall, the monk aesthetic, and having the ability to do that counter, I think is pretty cool. It may not be good right off rip because I didn't see any other characters that I remember that would really synergize well with her. I didn't see any other characters that would synergize well with her that I remember. Yeah, right now she's a must-have just for aesthetics only, and then we'll have to figure out the kit later on. Once I put my hands on the game, we'll learn more about every character, their nuances, where they fit in with different teams and everything. But as of now, I definitely want her on my team. I will probably, I'm like almost 100% positive that I'm grabbing her as my free 5-star off of that banner, but we'll wait. My change of heart may be different once we get to that point. Ling Yang, another one that is, I 100% want him, especially after seeing the trailer that came out. I feel like that was one of the most emotional trailers that I've seen so far for the characters. A lot of the other ones have been a little bit more upbeat. Now, not to say his wasn't upbeat because it turned into that, but it just felt more real, like the nuances that that Ling Yang has, being the species or whatever race he is and stuff like that in the world. A lot of times games do a very good job of portraying like racism or portraying like just hardships and stuff that characters go through. And I feel like that's one of those things is like in a lot of different worlds when or in a lot of different things just in general, when you see something indifferent to yourself, you get defensive against those things, whether you're indifferent because they're better and you're jealous, or you're indifferent because you're scared of them. And I feel like that's kind of what his character went through just from that little tidbit from the story. And I love those kind of, I don't want to say underdog because he's not an underdog, obviously he's more powerful than those little humans and stuff like that were talking shit, but yeah, just his character aesthetics overall. And also his kit is pretty interesting. He is a Glacio unit, which kind of caught me off guard because I figured he would have been something to do with fire, just like the lion aesthetics and stuff like that. But yeah, he's a Glacio unit, so pretty interesting on that note. So must have, but don't need right off rip. Next up is the greatest character of any video game of all time, the Lord of Lords, the God of Gods, the Dragon Man himself, Ji Yan. Best character, fight me. Enough said. No, just look at this dude. He's so damn cool looking, and having like a wind dragon element is also insane. I love that kind of energy that his character brings and stuff from the little trailers and everything. And he also does very good AoE, which I love AoE. Now, granted, AoE is probably not going to be the best choice once we get to end game and are fighting single target bosses and everything. But I promise you right now, remember this day, I will somehow figure out how to make him the best character in the game. I'll figure it out. Just wait. All right, next up we got Mommy. Lin Yen. She is a 1,000,000,000% must have, and you are actually going to the front. You can come number 2. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. 1,000,000,000% must have. I don't even think I need to explain that at all, but a better picture of her, yeah. Her overall just appeal and her personality and everything is, I resonate more with characters based on what they look like and their personality more than the skill sets they bring to a game, because I promise you I'll figure out a way to make them work in whatever way, shape, or form. I will make them work, and it'll be no problem at all. Definitely someone that I want to get. Danjin, also one of those characters that I feel like everyone has been kind of hyping up and talking about, so we're gonna go with her purely based on like skill sets and stuff like that, so that way she can, you know, actually give us a good little push. And also I was thinking another thing too is I'd be interested in trying to keep a couple characters at level 1, that way in the future I can try like some challenging content and stuff like that. So we're gonna put her right here, so that way she can be in a decent spot and not have to lag behind. Also was one of those characters that I did really like at the beginning. I think he was one of the first 2 or 3 trailers that came out for characters, but after everyone else kind of got revealed and I had more time to do some research and check out the characters and stuff like that, I'm kind of set on not really caring about you know, building or getting him right off the bat, so he's gonna go there for now. Chixia, however you say her name. She is also one of those characters that I do want, but I don't need from the beginning, or I don't want to like build in the beginning. She is someone with her kit that I did want to, I was interested in building her up probably, I would say like a month or 2 into the game, depending if there's other characters that really take the precedence of doing so. But she has like a fun little kit that could be played around with in different synergies as well. And she's a fire element, or fusion is what they're calling it. Fusion element, which is a pretty cool one. I like that. Next up, we have Tauki. Another one that I will get later. Not really interested in that character at all. Her aesthetic is okay, but I feel like it's kind of overplayed. The pink hair and the black and gold and stuff like that is kind of overplayed. Not really interested in either of these guys. They can get to Steppen. I know, I'm sorry. They can get to Steppen. What is their, I don't even remember. They're Mortify and Yanwu. They can get to Steppen. Next up is going to be, who is this? This is Bai Li. Oh, the Pokemon Master. Where are you going to go? You are definitely not a must-have. Yeah, like actually let's change these up a little bit, because I feel like these 2 I would want before those 2, and definitely him before him. Everyone else here is good. This fool's up at the top, bro. That's where he belongs. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not interested in either of these characters. He's an electro and a fusion. Pistols. Yeah, I don't really like ranged weapons like that. And he has gauntlets. I'm not down for throwing hands, bro. I need some weapons. Next up, we have Sanhua, which is probably one of my favorite designs in the game as well. She is a must-have, and she will go up here for me. She is also a very dope looking character. She is going to go up here as well. So this is kind of the list I have. Once like new characters and stuff come out, obviously this will probably change, but as of now, going into launch, this is kind of the thing that I'm going for, which is kind of annoying because two of the most wanted characters are both on individual banners, so we will have to pull for both of those. And I think I've already explained already that I'm probably not going to be going free to play for Wuthering Waves. I'm not going to whale, but I do want to at least try to ensure one copy of every character. That way I can bring forth the most amount of content that helps you guys out in the future as well, and just to have fun for myself to play around with different team synergies. Anyways, guys, thank y'all so much for stopping by. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the next one.